There you are. Look at him. Isn't he pretty? This is beautiful.
Thanks.
Oh, your battery's dying.
It's been dying for 2 years. So yeah, we're just making American eggs for dinner. No, I mean we're making fresh toast.
French toast?
Whatever. Okay, this is me. Is it recording?
Yeah.
This is me. Recording this.
Screw this game.
Hey, Kyle. You ready to record?
Probably the biggest interest in dreaming besides why is what do we dream? Now I know that the HD Rumble sounds like one of Nintendo's typical gimmicks. If you ever read a good book or played a good game, you may have felt that time just flew by. What's going on here? Oh my god. Thank you so much. No, wait, I messed up. I'm okay. Who are you? Who am I? Yeah, don't forget, this is still the run. Oh, is this better? Hi, I'm Kyle. I love watercolors. And oh, here comes the dog Photon, and she kind of goes, a little villager named Takalukio, I think. I am all about adding wrinkles to your brain. He's so close to the camera. Oh my god. Magic or bust. Fucking magic! It's actually the same chair that Valen Vane owns. Nobody likes kinky skin. Wear your sunscreen. Just like that. You'd love to crush me, huh? I'd like to see you try. Lying down to go to sleep makes sense because when you're cold, your brain shuts down. Oh my god. Oh my god, is this the part? Is it happening? I always have to make sure I pronounce that properly. If you know the thing, you know the thing. If you don't know the thing, you might expect the thing. I'm trans. That's the thing. That's literally that's all it is. Thank you for getting 5 subs. More children. I remembered last second that we don't have a lighter. Everybody, I have something to say. I am a woman. I am too gay for this game. I am so happy with it. I asked for help with how to bring out the curls in my hair too. This is just like a little bit of product. It's a dress. It's a galaxy print dress. With pockets. This is the first dress I've ever bought, so I'm very excited about it. Hi YouTube. So, something I've been thinking about a lot in the past while, since coming out, is just the fact that I've changed so much in, well, I want to say a short period of time, but really over the past few years. I didn't feel it at the time, but I have changed. I've grown. I found my voice. I found my self-confidence. I found ways that I like to express myself. And the weird thing to think about is that this entire trajectory, this whole journey, has kind of essentially been archived online. And that creates kind of a weird feeling. So I don't identify with those past versions of myself. I haven't for a long time, honestly. I look at footage from 2 years ago, and a year ago, I thought, that's not me anymore. I've changed, I've grown. I don't recognize that person. I don't associate with that person. But especially now that I'm very intentionally trying to present as female, I have, tons and tons of archived footage where I'm presenting as male. And do I erase it? Do I just erase all instances of me from before 2022? I mean, I could. I've thought about it. In a way, it kind of shows where I came from, right? It shows what my journey looked like. And, I think that's probably more valuable to me to keep around and maybe valuable for other people to see. So today, we're going to be doing something that I hope will be fun. I'm going to just dry react to clips and old footage of myself from everything back from 2015 all the way up to me coming out, and even stuff from after coming out. And we're just gonna see. We're just gonna see how I've changed, how I used to look, how I used to present, how the way I express myself changed, that kind of thing. Before we begin though, I just want to say a few things about myself and how I'm gonna be reacting to myself. We're gonna be looking at past footage of myself that I no longer identify with. I'm a transgender woman, which means that I am a woman. And that means as well that I always have been a woman. Especially as long that I've known that I'm transgender, I have been a woman. However, these past instances of me, although at the time underneath I knew that I was a woman, or I knew that I was transgender, I wasn't presenting like that. I used he, him pronouns. I was intentionally presenting as male, and it feels weird to erase that. I think especially because I don't identify or associate with those past versions of me anymore. It feels weird to think of those past versions with she, her pronouns and as female presenting. You're probably going to hear my dead name at some point, so I'm just going to get this out of the way. My dead name is Kyle. I am okay with it. I have dismantled whatever dysphoria I felt about my name over the past few years. You know, again, I will refer to past me sometimes as Kyle, and that is okay in my brain. I'm still navigating this. It's all confusing. I'm not going to say that like my approach here or how I'm treating this is the right way to do it or that other people should do it. And maybe I'm going to look back at this and be like, oh yeah, no, I don't feel good about that anymore. At the moment, this is what feels right for me. And that is the best I can do. Oh boy. Okay. So fuck, we're just going to start right from the beginning. So I've been on YouTube since January 2015. That is when I made my YouTube account. You might remember in the past couple years that this channel was named Little Gadget, not Dragners, and not Cozy Kyra. That's because this channel, this whole YouTube endeavor started as a kind of passion hobby project. So like early January was the inception of like, hey, let's do a YouTube channel. And by that, I mean, we did YouTube Let's Plays. You don't want to watch these. I'm going to tell you right now, you do not want to watch any of these. They're boring and there's no energy because I don't have any energy, because I don't have any life, because I wasn't a functional person back then. This is what I looked like in 2015. 7 years ago, when I was 22 years old.
3 goblins guard this cave. Let's see
I still
if
have
they're
that
able to
D&D
spot
set.
your character if you remain undetected. So yeah, we are going to start a channel of, I guess, just gaming.
It's called Little.
Like, listen to how dead inside I am. It very much is a thing that I was like afraid to use my voice. I was afraid to express myself. I was afraid to use inflection. I enjoy using inflection now, but like back then, I didn't know how to. I was afraid to. I was afraid to emote and express myself. I was very silent. I like normally didn't talk, by the way. Like I used to be a super, super silent person. Now you can't shut me up.
Cool things like actual like video game reviews.
It's so weird listening back. Like I mean, obviously this is the earliest footage I have of myself, so this is the one I associate with the least. But like, I don't know, you can really tell that I have no confidence in what I'm saying and how I'm saying it. I have no confidence in myself. I have no confidence in my voice. And that is something that's really changed. That lasted like 6 months. But like April was our last thing that we did, or maybe May. And then eventually I was like, no, you know what? This isn't working. Let's try doing videos.
Screw this game.
Hey, Kyle. You ready to record?
Anything but Dark Souls. The opposite of Dark Souls, please.
I traded Dark Souls for this.
First of all, I have always had long hair. I've had long hair since I was like in grade 7. You'll also notice that I have like stubble here. I genuinely never liked having facial hair at all. Back then, if you see me with facial hair, it was usually out of like not caring and not a choice I was making for myself, because I found it incredibly dysphoric to have that. And then March 16th comes around. March 1st, 2016. So this is roughly 6 years ago to this day.
Probably the biggest interest in dreaming besides why is what do we dream? And that question's really hard to answer because we really don't remember much.
So it's weird. It's really weird looking back at footage of myself here. Because again, like I said in the beginning, I don't associate with this person anymore. This isn't me. Like if you put us side by side, I think I look totally different in so many different ways. I mean, I've lost a lot of weight since then. My hair is completely different. My skin color is different, / maybe I wasn't lighting myself properly. I don't know. My facial structure has almost changed completely since then. I have to keep reminding myself that this was me at some point, right? This is 2016 December, so almost a full year since the previous video.
Hey there. Today I'm going to talk about Dark Souls, but a very specific aspect of it. The online component. Nowadays, online gaming has become huge.
I think I look really different even from this video and the Dreaming Sarah video. Like, look at me. I mean, a lot of it's hair. Why do I scrunch my eyes like that? I don't think I've noticed that I did that before. What is this, like, is this just like my default face? It's the same face. This is the same face. What is this? This is like, what emotion is this? This is like anger and disgust. I don't think I make this face anymore. I don't make this face anymore, right? Please tell me I don't make this face. If I make this face at any time during this video, link it to me, timestamp for me. I want to see it.
The Nintendo Switch is fascinating, and one of the best design points is its controllers.
Why am I angry? Again, look.
The Nintendo Switch is fascinating,
Look at my face. Why am I doing that? Okay, so this was a nice video because just like I had figured out that I shouldn't just make like video game reviews and shoehorn in science, at the same time I shouldn't make science reviews and shoehorn in video games. So this one is, you know, game inspired, but really all about the science.
How do you know that your hand is your hand?
It's the face.
There are two phenomena
It's the
for how your
face.
brain seems to figure this out. The first is agency, which is your brain's understanding that you are the cause of an action.
You know what it is? I don't smile. I don't think I've smiled at all in any of these videos. That's a huge thing, actually. I don't think I really smiled back then. And then we come to this last video. October 2018.
If you ever read a good book or played a great game, you may have felt that time just flew by. Or if you've been stuck at work and working on an assignment, time can really drag on. And many people report that as they grow older, time seems to move faster.
And this was my last appearance on YouTube. Until last week, right? So let's, you know, side by side. This is me in 2015, right? This is me in 2018, 3 years later. Let's look at the similarities. I'm roughly the same weight at this time. I have a beard at both of these times, which again was always this dysphoric thing for me. And not smiling. Not smiling, not happy, not smiling, not expressive. I already had the thought that I was trans at these times. I knew in high school that I was transgender, and it took the next 13 years to process that, to learn to not just stuff it down and to like work around it. That was the last time in October 2018 that I was on YouTube. And we jump next to August 2019, almost a full year after leaving YouTube or like putting things behind. So I took quite a big break and I started streaming.
What's going on here? Oh my god. What? This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, obviously you can barely see me. Lighting is bad, camera's bad, everything's bad, audio is bad. But this is one of the first clips on my channel. I'm laughing, I'm smiling, I'm having fun. And I think that was the thing that honestly made me want to do Twitch, is that like I found it really fun. This is March 2020. This is 2 years ago from today. Keep that in mind.
No, wait, I messed up. I wasn't supposed to come in here. Oh. Well, I was supposed to save before we came in here, but we're locked in.
So the biggest thing that stands out for me, I don't know if this stands out for you, but look at my hair. I was really struggling with my hair at this time. I still have these glasses, actually. Here are the glasses that I wore 2 years ago. This is not my prescription anymore at all. Wow, okay, whatever. Here, let me turn my face so I'm looking the same way. I have like a, I don't know, like a somewhat panicked look in my face. I don't know if, again, I don't know what expression this is. I liked them because they were masculine-ish, but they weren't aggressively masculine. I don't know. It's not what I wanted. This is the kind of glasses that I like. I like the round frames. I like the cute frames, the feminine frames.
Alan Beam. Oh my god, wait. You just tipped $5? Thank you so much. I totally forgot that I even had a donation thing down there. Wow. Thank you so much for donating $5 in Canadian.
I am trying to convey excitement for somebody donating money to me. And I'm like, unable to do that. Like, I'm happy, I'm smiling, but I'm having trouble expressing that. I'm having trouble conveying that. I also don't mind how I looked in this one instance. Like, I think the white turtleneck was actually a kind of cool look. I digged it. I kind of really digged it.
Kyle, do you need a hug? Need to call someone? Are you okay? I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Again, you can kind of see I'm struggling with the hair. I think my weight loss I was experiencing makes my frame just look, I don't know, weird. But I'm smiling. That's really the only positive I can say about this. I don't like how I looked here. All right, so now we have July 2020. I'm smiling, I'm happy. I really did enjoy my time on Twitch. I have enjoyed am continuing to enjoy my time on Twitch. I'd learned to start accepting how I looked and to stop really worrying about that so much, which was a big stepping stone for me in my journey. Later on, once I got as far as I could with that, and I could see that it wasn't enough, that was really the turning point for me to realize that, like, oh, I'm never going to get there unless I come out as a woman, unless I start living as my true self. But I tried really hard. And I think that this here is a good example of me trying. I had this redemption on my channel called Dragner Snap. Might have heard of it. A lot of people heard of it because of a video by Nutty where he featured it as like a really cool stream interaction thing. This is something that I built myself, that I programmed. I recreated Pokemon Snap on my stream. So people could redeem to take a picture of myself, and then this would happen.
Oh.
Oh. My hand's all blurry. All right.
So like literally I had something that
Okay, 500 points. Not a good start.
involved taking
6,000
pictures of me.
points. Current leaderboard. That's not a good photo.
You were close.
You are close.
So literally I allowed people to take pictures of me, and then I showcased those pictures in the moment and made a game out of it. Doing something like that, like 5-10 years ago, I would not be okay with it.
Yeah, I know absolutely nobody. I don't know who you all think you are in chat, but I don't know you. Who are you? Please let me know in the comments below.
This was less than 2 years ago, and I don't think I look like that anymore. Like at all. And I don't think it's just the makeup. I don't think it's the hair. I don't think it's just whatever. I think I don't know. Maybe something in how I would hold myself. Maybe something in how I express myself.
You know, you duck down. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. You may think that I'm just like playing up the fact that this game is so hard, but I'm not.
I mean, actually, I was about to say something about like, oh, look how deadpan my face is and how unexpressive. But then I did a little cute thing. Visually starting to get a little closer to how I look now. I mean, that makes sense because we're getting closer in time. But also, I don't mind how I looked here. I didn't like how I looked in YouTube videos. I didn't like how I looked in the beginning of these Twitch clips. But like here, I don't mind this. It's still male presenting though. Even though I'd started to experiment already with like wearing women's clothing every now and then, I'm still overall presenting as male. But I remember at this time, I was really trying to downplay those masculine traits, those stereotypical masculine things about me. And I was starting to explore presenting more female. I don't think I was achieving that here at all. But like in my mind, that's the direction I wanted to go. And I was taking really, really baby steps to get there. Okay, and now this is what I think was a kind of turning point for me. In November 2020, I did a goth month. This was the first like really bold attempt to do or present myself as more feminine. And I did it through this event or this like theme because, you know, that was safe for me, right? I had a reason why I was doing it. I could point to, if somebody said something, I could point to like, oh, I'm just doing goth month. It's, you know, it's a fun thing I'm doing. The real reason why I was doing it is because I wanted to experiment with makeup. This is like the first time I'd ever tried to use eyeliner.
You look totally different with their glasses. Who are you? Oh, is this better? Hi, I'm Kyle. Sorry, I don't know who was here a second ago. Very strange. Somebody sent me a chair.
What this month gave me was a feeling of acceptance, a feeling of comfortability. I kept doing my nails from this point. I started buying different nail polishes. I would showcase them on stream. Honestly, that also really helped me with my anxiety problems of just like biting my nails. I would constantly bite my nails after this month. And after I started, I guess, taking a few more gender affirming steps, that went away. And now look at my nails. Like I got claws.
You're a watercolor person yourself. You have no patience for the very small things. That's fair. You're a watercolor person. That is fair. I love watercolor.
I look more feminine here than I remember. Keep in mind, when I'm describing myself as masculine or feminine, this is my own interpretation. This is my own perception of myself. Other people's perceptions might be completely different. This might not read as feminine to you. That's okay. I'm kind of just sharing my own interpretations.
You know, maybe you're looking at, I don't know, a dog in the field, and oh, here comes the dog photon, and it just kind of goes like that, right? And then you got another photon coming over here.
This is for my birthday in 2021. This is when I turned 28 years old.
One of the main characters was a little villager named Takalukio, I think.
Talking about
my
barnacles.
original username.
Yes, I
in Gold
have all the
Online was
barnacles still.
references that. It was like Trakalukio.
This is another outfit that's like meant to be read as androgynous by pushing into the female direction. I think I still read masculine here, which is one of the biggest struggles that I realized in this journey, right? Like, it's not just clothes, it's not just materialistic things, both for how you're perceived, but also for why I wanted to go this direction. Like, one question I genuinely had for myself that I was trying to answer was if this feeling that I was transgender was just because of these materialistic things. Like, was it just that I wanted to wear women's clothing? Was it just that I wanted to wear makeup and do my nails and do stereotypically female things? The answer is no. I solved that answer. The answer is no, but I needed to explore that for myself. And the way I explored it was just doing those things while presenting as masculine.
I am all about adding wrinkles to your brain. Okay, if I can do that, for you guys, I will gladly wrinkle your brains up. I don't think they'd be taken the wrong way.
So this is pretty much a year ago. To this day, I think I still look different from now. It's definitely closer, right? Like, I think my facial structure is much closer now. Like, you can basically see my face. This is my face. But I think there are a lot of differences still, and I don't think it's just makeup and hair. I also don't mind how I looked here. I think I'm starting to figure out how to do the androgynous look a little bit, but it still reads masculine. It's a really hard thing to balance.
For people coming in, hi, how's it going? We're talking about some science, and I'm just showing some fun illusions. Ducky! Oh, what? Oh my god, there's a rooster here. Ah! Ow. What?
Yes. Do you like that? You're just like, wait. Oh, I can do this now. Hold on a second. Just like that. I think this is a good clip to show again how much I changed and how comfortable I was becoming with myself. Look at my cute little hop when I come back. You know, like I liked myself. I look at this clip and I see a lot of myself in it, which for a lot of the footage we've looked at tonight, I have not seen my current self in this footage. This is one of the first things I've seen tonight that, like, I can look at and say, oh, there I am. Just look at the brain, Jess. Just look at it. Look at the brain. I was experimenting with different looks a little bit at this point, like even more so than ever before. So I think the way I look and present is changing wildly. I'm really trying to push an androgynous look. And around this time is when I started using they, them pronouns. I had been using he, him pronouns all through my life, but I started using he, they, and then eventually they, them. So in October, I did a little cosplay. I cosplayed as Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, Lady Toru. This cosplay is a full dress. I know you can't really see it. I think I wanted to be read as more feminine. Definitely. I wasn't there yet. It still took me a little bit, but I was getting there. I was trying. At this point, I knew I was trans. I knew I was transgender. I knew I was a woman. I wasn't prepared to start presenting as such, but I'd made huge strides in myself and accepting myself and learning who I was. When you're cold, lying down to go to sleep makes sense because when you're cold, your brain shuts down. But why would you take off your clothes? Are you fact checking me? Oh my god, am I being fact checked by Fave Shadow? Honestly, I am honored. At this point, I was using they, them pronouns for sure. You can see me trying to push a more feminine look. I think it's not letting me read that way, but I am trying. Also, I'm just noticing the title. I wasn't out as a woman at this point. Fave Shadow, did you go back and edit the clip title to say woman here? Bless your heart. You absolute sweetheart. You gem. Oh my god. Like I said before, I'm not planning to erase all these clips and all these past footage of myself. I might change my mind, and if I change my mind, I am in right to do so. And I'll just scorch earth. But for now, I'm decided I'm going to keep it around. And part of the decision is accepting the fact that People called me Kyle. People referred to me as male. I'm not going to go through and try to like scrub every instance of that. But this is really nice of you to do. I really appreciate that. All right, so this is a huge turning point for me. This is my friend Lena. She's my best friend. She's the person I told I was trans first. I went to go visit her, and she just gave me a safe, comfortable space to explore myself and to be myself and to, like, I guess be a woman without any feelings of like, this is not okay or this is weird. Like, she didn't make it weird. She didn't make it weird. We went shopping, we got our nails done, and it was really, really nice. And it was because of this trip that I went from treating my like self-growth and self-realization. It changed from taking that and thinking, okay, this is a private thing about myself that I'm not going to tell people, or that I'm going to have to treat very carefully as I start to explore this, to realizing that this is who I am, this is who I need to be. I can't live anymore without being my genuine self. I came back from this trip with a single thought in my mind, and that thought was just, I can't go back to living the way I was. I got a taste of womanhood, and I was like, no, this is it. This is who I am. The worst thing I could possibly do right now, the scariest thought, is having to like go back home and revert or have to hide myself again. And that's really driven a lot of my progress since then. And it's kind of why I came out so quickly after this point. Like I come out in a month from now. From this point on, I come out a month from now. I start telling everybody. I start telling people privately. I start telling my family. I get more and more comfortable with who I am and confident in who I am. This day here, this stream, this clip, this is the turning point for me of like when I decided that I was going to be running, sprinting towards becoming my genuine self. Okay, so this is now end of December. I'm back home. I haven't come out on stream yet. Oh my god. Oh my god. At this point, I'm starting to wear makeup. I basically use stream as like a way to learn makeup for myself and learn how to do all of this. Oh my god, is this the part? Is it I still really like how my hair looked then. Off the shoulder shirt is very obvious. What I'm trying to do, or like the way I'm trying to present myself, I think it's getting more obvious at this point. I always have to make sure I pronounce that properly, because the alternative, not that I won't say cock on stream, but like that's not his name, you know? This is the day before coming out. I've got my new glasses. These ones. I think these look cute, but I am wearing makeup. I have eyeliner. I have like this pink and purple eyeshadow on, more earthy tones, I guess. Mascara. At this point, I'm taking active steps to try to present feminine. And then the next day is when I came out. And then the day after that. Here, let me come close. Next weekend, we've got something really special. First of all, look how good my makeup got really, really quickly. This version of me from 2 months ago. I'm now out as a woman. I've told everybody I'm transgender. I have told everybody that my pronouns are she and they. And then very quickly after that, I tell people that, like, oh, actually, she, her. She, her, I like better. This is February 9th, 2022. My birthday. We've seen my birthday a few times now. This is how I looked like this year. Zin, thank you for getting 5 subs. More children. More children. How wonderful. Okay, so let's do another comparison. This is me, February 9th, 2022. And this is me that same day a year previously. I think if you saw this person and then later on saw this person, you might not think they're the same person. Maybe the makeup, maybe the hair difference. Look at my hair difference, actually. Look at this. It looks really healthy and looks really good. This is, by the way, a month into HRT. I am everybody, I have something to say. I am a woman. I'm just really having fun. I'm really having fun with who I am at this point. This is a cosplay I did that I was really, really excited about. I cosplayed as Zelda from Breath of the Wild. This video, this is from the end of February, so this is really, really close. I'd figured out my new username, so I'm going by Cozy Kyra now, no longer using Drag Nurse. I figured out that like she, her pronouns are what I like to use. I am so glad I am playing this now after coming out, because I have zero shame in saying that I am too gay for this game. Oh my god. You know, I'm gonna have to make a video just talking about Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X-2, because these games have been surprisingly integral to my coming out story. Like, I cannot think of coming out without thinking of Final Fantasy X. This is literally just last week for me. I am so happy with it. I asked for help with how to like bring out the curls in my hair too. This is just like a little bit of product. This is just like a curling cream. And the hairdresser showed me how to do like basically roll out the cream into my hair. It'll help with the frizziness and everything. And also to like blow dry my bangs. And yeah. Stay with me. Confident and beautiful. Like, okay, this is literally right after I got my haircut. Got this haircut that I love. Okay, so this is going to be our final comparison. Let's look at myself from YouTube days 2016, from beginning Twitch days 2020, 2021, and 2022. So 2016, 2020, 2021, and 2022. Look at how much I have changed in just 3 years, and then compare that to 6 years ago. This was me. This was me at a time. This is no longer me. This is, I don't identify with this person. This is not who I am, but this is the same person. These are the same people. I mean, I can look at this. I can look at this version of myself and I can say, you know, I really don't like that I used to look like that. It makes me feel uncomfortable to remember, I guess, being male and presenting as male to society and being treated as male. There's a lot of bad associated with that. There's a lot of dysphoria there, honestly. But what makes me feel better about the whole situation is just knowing how much I've grown and changed since then. Like, I didn't think I was capable of change. I didn't think I was capable of changing and growing. Yet, this is me now. This is me now, right now. I don't know, it just makes me really happy to be living as I am now. Being out as a woman might lead to complications, might lead to uncomfortable situations, uncomfortable social situations, people treating you weirdly or differently, negatively. Even just the uncertainty whether somebody or not is treating you negatively, you know, whether people can tell. There's a lot to unpack there. There's a lot to navigate and learn about. And it's like stuff that I knew, obviously. I had an appreciation for that, having a lot of focus and attention on transgender problems over the last few years. But like now I'm experiencing it for myself. I have to learn how to navigate for myself. But I'm not unhappy at all with who I am and how I'm living. And seeing things like this, seeing how far I can change and grow to become who I want to be, I see this and I'm just really positive. I'm so happy to be here now. So yeah, that's my whole journey in a nutshell. One takeaway, at least for myself, is that I found that I was capable of so much more change and growth than I ever thought. I never, ever, ever imagined that I would look anything other than this, right here, right now, at this time. I thought this is how I looked. That's part of why I didn't care. That's part of why I didn't try to do anything. I didn't take any gender affirming steps. I didn't think that I was allowed to or that I deserved to. I didn't think it would make a difference because I was just so certain that I was not able to change, that I wasn't able to grow, that I would always be that. And there's nothing inherently wrong with that. It's just not me. It just isn't who I was. It's just not who I wanted to be, not how I wanted to be, not how I wanted to perceive myself, and not how I wanted other people to perceive me. I say that I don't associate with these past versions of myself because they're so far and distant, both in terms of my mental state, my actual psyche of how I thought about myself, the way I visually presented as male here, and without trying to take gender affirming steps. It's just, this is not what I wanted to do. This isn't me. This is somebody who deep down knows there's something wrong and knows they're unhappy, but is unable to take any steps to try to fix that or try to grow from that because they think that they're not able to. They think that that's not an option for them at all. And that kind of left me with just kind of feeling of just being dead inside all the time, honestly. But I'm only being like super raw about how I felt there because I want to stress, I wasn't right about that. I was wrong. I was so wrong. Even here, I didn't think that I had anywhere to go. Like every point of my life where I grew or changed, I never really considered how I could continue growing or continue changing. And yet repeatedly, I have proven to myself time and time again that I can grow, that I can change. I might not look like this a year from now. I might not look like this 2 years from now or 3 years from now. I think that I'm going to continually change and grow and shift how I look, how I present myself, how I express myself. But despite that, I have full confidence that with every change I make, I'm just going to be more and more myself. That's just the way I think about it. I'm really looking forward to living these next few years, honestly. Which might kind of sound like a dark thing to say, but it's the truth. Anyways, if I stay here, I'm going to start getting existential, so I think I need to end this video and this little adventure. Thank you for coming along with me. If you made it this far, thank you for exploring these past versions of myself, for letting me just like look at these things and process these things, because I think that, like I said, keeping these representations of myself and not erasing them is probably better for myself in seeing this journey and appreciating this journey, and you know, maybe interesting to other people. It's kind of neat to see where people came from, how people's journeys went. But anyways, have a good night, and I'll catch you around.